Welcome to a Valentine edition of KitSZN. Instead of spending time with your loved one and your partner on this Valentine's Day, you're here with Fox and I rating kits. So,
And we love you, so
yes,
we appreciate it.
we do. And this is all because of a misunderstanding on my part. I thought I had something scheduled yesterday. Turns out it's not for another month. So here we are, a day late. Chaos,
But, we're a lot of dollars short too. So day late, a lot of dollars shorts.
yes, yes. But what is not short is really good kit content here tonight. We got some good stuff. We're back to our 5 kits here tonight. And one of the things that I wanted to shout out to is if you watch the show, Michael Fuchs, he had told us we should rate one of these kits because of Valentine's Day. So because of him, we now are rating 5 versus the 4 that we originally planned. So thank you, Michael. And you can
Yeah, he had a good point. It just was like, oh yeah, we should definitely be
rating this one.
Rating this one.
Yep. And the best way to chat with us is within the USL show, specifically KitSZN channel in the Discord, and you can help fun things like that by joining our Patreon down below. So I want to thank the good people who help us do what we can and communicate with you people such as John Hunt, Frank Anthony, Aaron J., Christopher Cohn, Harry Austin, John Fuller, Michael Fuchs, Joshua Duder, Noah Telford, Alberto Aguilar, Jeremy Churchman, Stephen Howard, Ryan Lacara, Tim Knox, Anafresh30, MOS, and Kunal Patel, as well as Goals TV. Thank you all for allowing us to interact with you beautiful people and to rate kits that we feel are just as beautiful outside of that Westchester home kit.
Boring.
Yes, but you people are not.
There's my hot take on that.
I don't think it's really a hot take.
Yeah. No. It's like a good score for me, honestly. It had.
Be sure to check out episode 1 of the season to hear more about what we had to say about that one, because that was a fun episode.
There was details.
Yes. Something that I didn't really care about that episode. So, but tonight, it's all about the Herbs Indomita. We're going out to Sacramento to start off with tonight's rankings. I'm just going to pop it up there. This is the 2025 home kit for Sacramento Public, which what I have officially dubbed, the team just called it the primary kit. Boring.
Ooh, boring name.
I called it officially the Camellia Pink Kit, based off of the Camellia Pink accents kind of thrown into the kit here. That sounds way better than just primary. So that's what I'm going with.
What's this jersey? Home. Oh, okay. What about that one? Away.
Name it something. Name it, please.
Put some effort. Like they put the effort in to put the special colors. Name it after the special color.
Hey, but hey, what I will say with naming kits, just don't make it the canvas kit like Cincinnati did for a white T-shirt last year.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's to say, on the same breath, I can't say much because that's what the MLS has been doing recently with all the drops. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, really? Is it that special color kit? Yeah, because it's the same template as all the other teams. Yeah, with the armpit stain. See how that template?
And that's all your color is?
Love it. Good job, friends.
But we're not here to rip MLS here. You can do that on the USL show, which had a fun emergency episode last night, by the way. Please check them out as well. A lot of good stuff here. But we're already distracted here, my guy. Literally, first kit in, and we're already distracted.
5 minutes in. Where are we? Where are we?
But this Camellia Pink kit alongside Old Glory Red and Resilient Red is what makes this kit here for Sacramento. Any initial thoughts before we dive into kind of how we rated these?
If this was an inaugural season kit, I actually would give it a little bit more love.
Mm.
Like it is, I feel like this could be a start of a nice, clean, classic home kit that, especially what you preach constantly, is something that's like just a clean, classic, but still stylish that a team could wear again and again and again.
Yeah.
So like I'm not appalled by this jersey at all. Is it safe? Yeah.
Right.
Sure. Like so it's not going to be, this isn't going to sell to many people outside of the team.
Yeah.
But the color scheme is really nice too.
I do like the
I like the Old Glory red.
Yeah. Well, apparently, according to
Aaron,
thank you. I was about to butcher that, so thank you.
Aaron
here, Jordan Aaron, as a Republic fan, they love this year's kits. We had hoops, not hopes. We had hoops on a third kit years back. I think it was the black one, but this is fantastic. So this team that does well enough research, probably a fan favorite third kit, and they brought it back here. They apparently, locals like it.
And I like a good hoop kit as well. Like as a Louisville fan, we had some good hoop kits.
There's nothing against it.
And it's a full hoop kit. This isn't just a horizontal stripe kit. They are full hoops. It goes all the way through the back.
I gotta find a good photo.
I think it's only in the store photos. You can see the back.
Okay.
And it doesn't have the weird white box that a lot of ones do to like, or plain box, empty box, so you can put a name and number.
Yes.
It doesn't have that, which I appreciate, because you could put the white name and number on there and it'll be fine,
Right.
I don't know why that's always such a big deal. Like, oh, let's put a big blank area.
Yeah, see, hoops all around.
And nice fine detailing on the top with the
Urb Indomita.
Latin.
I think it's Latin because I can't speak it. So
yeah, I assume it's Latin. Maybe Greek, but I assume Latin.
No, Spanish.
Yeah, not Spanish. I'll jump into my scores here.
Yeah.
Design and aesthetics. So with our design and aesthetics score, we're looking at the overall visual appearance, creativity, balance of colors, and originality. Can I say this is like original or creative? No, but it has a great balance of their colors. They did a really good job at blending everything together, and it is visually appealing. This is a nice looking jersey. I gave this a 4 for visual appeal. I like the way this looks.
Yeah.
For the authenticity and tradition, on the other hand, I can only give it a 3 because this is the start of this. I feel like they've had one in the past, but it wasn't with this colors. They're using their colors now, but the criteria is representation of the team's identity, history, and culture, appropriate use of logos, crests, and traditional elements. It has the good use of their logos to crest, but is this a part of, like, does this say Sacramento?
Yeah. Right.
Like the city of Sacramento. Does it say anything about the team?
I think of Sacramento as a sash, right?
I think a sash too.
I don't think of hoops.
Yeah. So if they're going hoops, again, this is a clean kit, but you could take that badge off and put a different badge, and I wouldn't be thrown off.
Yeah.
So it's not screaming Sacramento to me, but if they keep with the hoops, keep with this red too.
I do like the red.
Because I feel like this is more representative of the star that they haven't really had in the past. Like they've had red, but I don't feel like it was this red.
Or it was a half and half, so like it was hard to see.
Yeah. Visual details and execution on the other end, I gave a 4. We're looking at the attention to detail, the patterns, the typography, sponsor integration, overall consistency. Again, clean. Yep. Aaron also agrees. The sash has been our kit identity, if anything, but I like this. The camellia flower is a nice nod through with the pink. And it's hard to tell through our pictures. If you go to their website, check out the images, you can zoom in and see the pink a little bit better.
I do like the pink. The pink's a beautiful touch, and it's not a white. I like it when they play around with some colors that aren't just white. So
yeah. Well, it's like, and they also have like that cream color, which is a part of their badge. And cream has been a part of cream is the crop lately. So visual, like everything fits just really well. It has the extra detailing on the back. Now, is it, details that elevate the design significantly? No, it's just a clean classic kit. That's a 4. And the last thing is like uniqueness and innovation and impact. This is what hit hard on it. I gave it 2 because I mean, little innovation feels generic. Like I said, at this moment, I could take that badge off, put a different badge, and nobody would be like, why is there this badge on a Sacramento kit?
Right.
If it had the red sash, people would be like, that's a Sacramento kit.
Right.
So, but I still absolutely love this jersey, especially for Sacramento. I feel like this could become something that identifies them. So for me, it's a 3.25, 3.25.
Yeah, and kind of what you talked about, what I've liked about Sacramento is that even though, as I say, I like to have tradition, Sacramento doesn't seem scared to buck that trend at times. I've noticed with their kit game, and I love the idea. This pink is not on their crest; it's something that's local. It's not anything that if you look at their crest, you can see pink. But they threw it in there anyways because they could. And I like that. Shows they're willing to take a chance on it, even though it would be an albeit safe design overall. I like the overall colors of this, and that's why kind of represents my scores though, because it seems like this I don't want to call it a template, but it is a safe.
It's not a template.
Yeah, it's a safe. It's like a template style. Like it's not like a template for Hummel, but it's a style that is very safe, and they have good colors with it. But in terms of everything else, I can't give it too much credit for that. So with that, I think its overall design and aesthetics, as we mentioned, I gave it a 3. I think overall it looks clean, but it does teeter on the boring side overall. I think this will look sharp with a pair of jeans or like khakis. I think the crowd would look really good in this if a lot of people wore it. I just don't see this popping out. Its authenticity and tradition, yes, as we mentioned, there was that kit a few years back in 2015 when they did play Sunderland, and they wore, hoops with gold. I think that is some cool tradition outside of Sacramento. It's hard for people to understand that. And it just looks like a hoop kit. So, and it's their home kit, and as we talked about, we associate the sash as their home for their home kits as part of their tradition. So I'd give it a 3 there. But what they do lack in overall creativity, this kit does make up for in details. I like the 3-striped accent, the 3-color stripes, or the hoop, if you want to call it that. I think that is a really nice touch. And then obviously to see here, you have the herbs Indomita on the back, and it just feels like there's enough detail to some of the other parts outside of just like a big design on it. And I think it did some points there. So it got me a 4 for its visual design, but because it kind of had to compensate a little bit more in the details, it's only a 2 in innovation and impact. So it kind of balances out, be a solid 3 from me, because this is a simple kit with some nice colors, but it's a basic striped hoop kit, and there isn't much else to it.
But that gives it a nice, strong 3.13. Yeah. But with that 3.13, and this being $90, it gave it a what we call bang for your buck.
Yes.
It's a 34.72.
It's not terrible.
And that's not a bad score.
No.
We have worse. We've had better. It's kind of in the middle.
It's about in the middle, but that's what you expect from this kit, though, right?
Yeah, it's a good, clean, average kit.
Yeah, and I like it. It's a solid one.
So again, like this would be like if I'm a Sacramento fan, I am so happy about this kit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if Louisville comes out with this kit, I'm excited.
Right.
Purple with the gold and black stripes. Ooh, that would be sick. I'd be okay with that. That's 5.
But also, so y'all do have a bit more history with hoops. Y'all do have a bit more history with the hoops, and I think that would look really nice.
Yeah, we had our gold hoops.
Like just literally replace the dark red with white, remove the pink with like a purple or a gold, and you have that as the hoops. I'm just saying you could do the same thing and look really good for Louisville given their history.
Yeah, but then that goes with the fact that we're kind of proven you could easily make this into a template. Yeah,
especially teams who already have a history of the hoops. I think Tampa has a good shout probably at something like this as well.
Yeah,
even though Tampa has more distinct hoops, it's not far fetched.
They have bar hoops. This would be an interesting take on the Tampa Bay hoop. Go with the thin line hoops instead.
It would.
I'd be okay with that.
Hey, it changed up a little bit, especially for the good folks down in San Francisco. Change up your hoop game a little bit. It is a classic with their classic crest. So honestly, I want to fix what's not broken. So
yeah. And shout out to our friend Aaron, who said, "Thanks for your comments, guys. Interesting to hear from your thoughts. We appreciate hearing your thoughts." So thank you, Aaron.
Yeah. As always, we do appreciate hearing back from fans and people in these areas, because we don't want to just be shouting stuff. We want to make sure that we are trying to represent what we think as well as what you, the people, think. So.
Yeah. To say, because our views are as a collector, as a
individual,
as just individual. Add a little bit of marketing and college. Took a class or two, so I have a few views. But like this kit, again, this isn't something that like fans around the world are going to want to pick up.
Right. That's sad. Sacramento might.
But again, I feel like every Sacramento fan should pick this up quickly.
Yeah.
Like it is not ugly or boring. It's a clean, classic kit.
Yeah. Speaking of Bay Area. Yeah, I'm called Bay Area. Whatever. Sacramento, you're now in the Bay Area. All of California just lumped into Bay Area or Southern California.
Yeah, all of California is the Bay.
It's all the Bay. Anyway.
Super long state. They're all just the Bay now.
They're all the Bay. Anyways, we're going to go to our good friends at San Francisco City FC. If you want to hear more about this kit and their whole process, please check out our Spotify and YouTube for our interview. Exclusive interview about the whole design process. It was a really great time.
Yeah, it was a really fun interview. Really interesting to hear like the history of this jersey, of future jerseys, past jerseys, where they get their innovation from, and the fact that they like Ian, who we talked to,
yes,
he's a kit nerd.
Yes,
and it's
you can tell.
and it's nice to have a kit nerd in charge of designing and the process of making a team's kits. That should be who's in charge.
And as part of that, Ian did hook us up with some fantastic jerseys and some other gear of the team. This is really, really nice. We do appreciate always, as we mentioned, getting a hold of the soccer community and the design community and just kind of making these beautiful connections and learning more about this process. So thank you again, Ian. Oh,
search train?
No, it's some ambulance or whatever. It's okay.
Oh,
they're gonna be okay.
But I'm used to sounds, but like that sounded specifically like a train.
No, you will hear the train later. But this is the kit we're talking about here, and all of its, as we said, here is the kit that we each got, as well as some other gear, which is really appreciative. So I urge you to check out our interview.
Should have worn my hat.
Oh yeah,
upstairs.
Drop the hat. Hey, I got it over here. If you want to start off this, I didn't grab the hat.
Sure. Yeah. I really, really, really like this kit, and this goes with the whole like more traditional kit. So again, if you listen to our interview with them, wait, no, I got.
You got a different one?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I showed you the hat I got. I got the bucket, the white bucket hat.
Oh, the one that you talked about.
Yeah, the one that we talked about that has like the essentially almost like the Ajax logo.
That's right.
But that's awesome. He's so nice. Like that was a personalized package, and you know what I mean? Like
I didn't know that. Love that.
There's so much effort involved. That was so nice of them. But when we were talking about this, because if you go through a lot of their jerseys, like they had some wild ones.
Yes.
Do you have the green one from Icarus?
I wanted to. I just could never pull the trigger.
Yeah. That was designed by a local artist, and it's beautiful. And they talk to their fans, and they're like, "Hey, do we go even more wild? Do we go?" And essentially just that, the parakeet. See? Yeah. Even Aaron's talking about it.
Yeah.
The parakeet. Because San Francisco has a lot of parrots.
Yeah, and their father-in-law loves it.
And his father-in-law loves it.
Exactly. It's a good kit. So you guys know what they're doing. San Francisco City in terms of kit game, personally.
And so they decided to go essentially more traditional. So that's why this one's not like wild and crazy, but there's still enough details in it to still make it clearly San Francisco. Yes. First of all, the sponsor, and we find out the history behind the sponsor. This is their public transportation system.
Yes.
If you're from Louisville, it's the TARC, but that's all I can. I forgot what ours is called here in St. Louis because I don't actually live in the city. But I think in Cincinnati, it's the tank system.
Ours is just Indigo, so
Indigo.
Fun.
So it's the Muni, and up the KitSZN, the USL show. I feel like it's kind of like commenting on your own video. The USL show's YouTube. But appreciate you. I'm assuming Kaylor. Could be somebody else.
Yeah.
But design and aesthetics. This is a clear 4 for me. Yeah. Overall visual appeal, creativity, balance of colors and originality. I think the creativity / originality part is the only thing that kind of slowed me down.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this kind of goes back with what we were saying with the last one. This is a clean jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a clean classic jersey. The USL show commented as SF City only makes vibes, and that's for real. Just clean vibes.
Hey, it's Vibe City now.
Vibe City. Yeah, Vibe City. I give this a 5 because I feel like this is a modern and traditional kit all in once.
Yeah.
And they use the colors, the red, the black, the gold. They use everything so well. Excuse me, that was gross. I am so sorry, people listening on
I've done worse.
Spotify.
It's okay. I've done worse.
Gross. That was 5. Visual details execution. That was a 4. There was strong detailing, just because the creativity part of it. Everything looks well. It's just semi-templatey.
Yeah, or at least simple, right? And
Yeah,
that
simple.
was on purpose.
Yeah, and it was on purpose because the fans wanted it that way. And this is a community-owned team as well. So like this isn't, owned by big bucks trying to make $1 billion.
Or just trying to make something that they think looks cool. It's something the community members voted.
Yeah, this is what the fans from San Francisco want to represent them. But then innovation and impact, that's a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, honestly, the overall, as we keep talking about it, I'm going to keep holding this up. So I'm going to move this down. I'm going to highlight me here. I don't know if I can do that.
Big Brett.
Here, I'm going to do this real. Actually, no, can I do this? Yes, I can.
There he is.
So I'm going to highlight this here as we talk about some of the overall design and the aesthetics of this. Obviously, one of the things that we keep talking about, it is a simple kit. This is I think like an IATS kit, with just the one red stripe down the middle. This is what gives me vibes. Besides that, IATS had that Fox talked about earlier. Otherwise, that's pretty much what this kit is. One of the things about, and obviously as we talked about, this is about tradition. This kit, I think it does that really well. I give it a 5. When I see this, especially the black and gold in this way, I think of San Francisco City. I think of if it's like hoopish, I think of Pittsburgh. In this way, I think of San Francisco City.
Not wrong. Yeah.
So I liked how they embraced it, and I'm good with that. One of the things that I did give it a 3 on the visual details and execution. As we did note, it is on the simplest side, but I did like the shoulder pattern up here on the shoulders, as well as on the back, the SF City, and then the logo up there on top. I do like that. It does remind me a bit of Borussia Dortmund, how they put Dortmund on the back of their kits, no matter what kit it is, so that it's a Borussia kit. So I gave it a 3 for its details. There isn't much else outside of that. So I do. So that's that. And its overall innovation and impact, I still give it a 3. It is a more traditional kit. This is not that parrot kit that we talked about. So, talk about previous. So I gave it a 3.75 with Fox's 4. It's a 3.88. It's a solid kit. And honestly, I'm very excited to see what else is coming out for the team for their away and third kits this year. So I'm pretty excited about that. And what I'm more excited about is to present you the bang for your buck value. This is solid for only $85, which is on the cheap side for kits here in the U.S.
Sadly.
Sadly, at this point, right? This gets a 45. This is really good. As we mentioned, the Sacramento was a 34 for a $90 kit. This is even better. It's tenfold better. I think that's the best way to explain the 10-point difference. It is better, and it's a good bang for your buck. And as we mentioned, this is a community-owned club. So more bang for your buck and more money for that club who, probably needs some money, a little bit more being a community-owned club. So it goes a long way. That's all I'm saying.
So definitely check them out. They have some fun other gear as well.
Yes.
So definitely check them out.
Oh yeah, and
show some love, show some support.
yes. And I did not actually say the name of the kit that I named it. I call this kit the Forever Fierroyoro. Fierroyoro. Okay, I can even say it now. Fierroyoro kits.
You have a really cool name that you can't even say.
No, it's one of their it's their saying that Ian said it way better because he actually knows the saying. I couldn't remember it, but it's the team saying. I think it was like forever or like fire and like iron. Um, Ian tells it way better in our interview. I'm just terrible at memory right now. But that's what I named the kit. It's the home kit for this year. I highly recommend keep an eye on this team rest of the season. So good vibes there.
Yeah.
You know?
Shout out to the USL 2.
Exactly. The good USL League 2 teams.
The ones who try.
Yes. Now, speaking of teams who do try, this has been a slight revelation. Something that I wasn't fully prepared when Indy 11 switched over to Under Armour. They put in more effort into their kit game. So please sit back, watch this little video of the 2025 kits for the Indy 11. Ooh, if I can play this, there we go.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. You got a text? What's it say?
Meet at Circle. Bring friends.
Bring friends.
Let's get moving, lads.
Put these on. Fellas, I think you want to head that way. There you go.
Indy is red and blue.
I know that guy.
There you guys are. Hey guys, we need some help. Let's do it.
Looks like you found some friends.
Shall we get to it?
Now dance.
Yeah, so
Did y'all see that guy in the white jacket?
that was me.
No, that
was
guy.
me. And if you also didn't notice, our good friend Austin from Equipped Studios was also in that video as well. So,
Nice.
it was really. I will talk about that here real quickly. It was a lot of fun. We shot this the Wednesday before the kits got revealed. So the kits got revealed on a Sunday. We shot this on a Wednesday afternoon.
That's awesome.
Pod thrown together. It was a lot of fun. Great meeting all the players as well. And the creative out there at Indy 11. So good job on that video and made me not look super awkward in my 2 times when I showed up. So, shout out to you guys for that.
I love when teams do that. I'm actually in a Louisville City like hype video for like a millisecond. And it's like there's my hair.
There he is.
So like there's a part where like we're running up some stairs.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey there. Okay, there you go. But there was like so many people who came out for it because it was just like all college, just like, hey, Louisville City fans, come out downtown to this location.
Right.
Wear your gear.
And
yeah. And
that's what we did.
It was a huge amount. We got way more than 7 people.
Well, we did not, but it was a lot of fun. As we always say, though, we love a good kits reveal video. especially including the players and fans and supporter groups. It was a lot of fun. And as I mentioned, I got to meet the players. That was kind of cool. So, but anyways, so what we're going to talk about first inside of that kit review for Indy 11 is this blue home kit, the one that has grabbed a lot more attention, honestly, from what I've seen. That's what I've dubbed the Warped Checkers kit. I love it. I love that.
The Warped Tour kit.
The Warped Tour kit, yes. Hey, next idea, next year, right?
Right.
Next year. But
bunch of punk bands.
But yeah, no, and I'll also add this little reveal party, talking with the players, gotten some autographs, a little poster up there is signed by the players as well. So it was a fun event. Got to talk with the players like Cam Lindley here, got to meet them, got some signatures, eat some solid food, and hear from the coach heading up into the next season. But
did you get the dog signature?
Zeke, I did. So Zeke is the goodest of boys, and I had to get his signature. So
even better than Pip-Plop? Yes.
Better. Zeke is the goodest of boys. I can't stop that. But what I was more important to see at this event was the kits. I love this. This is when I first saw this kit on Wednesday, I was hyped because we couldn't take photos, whatever. It wasn't fully released before the video. I was hyped for both of these kits because as much as I criticize the overall quality of the kit, specifically being supplemented as a USL Championship team, soon to be USL Premier team someplace.
Yeah. Watch the USL Shows episode from last night.
There's a whole lot to talk about there. But this feels on the cheap side with the quality, but they do put in effort when it comes to their kit, especially compared to last season. Last season, you just got a little bit of checkers here on the sleeves. This year, they went full checkers, and as an Indy fan, I love that. Our identity is checkers. So they went all at it, and they did something that I honestly have not seen with checkers. It's worked. Like, Croatia hasn't done this yet with their checkers that they wear every year, right? Yet. But Indy did, and I personally love that. I like the creative side of this. And you know, I'm just gonna dive right into my store because I really like this kit. I did not buy it yet, but I do like this kit a lot. And one of the things that as I mentioned, this is different. This is a good overall looking kit, and I already know every home game, a lot of people are going to be rocking this for a long time. This seems like a classic, soon to be classic for Indy 11. Because there was that Puma kit that was really good. The OG Stripe kit in 2019-20 that was really good. The classic home kit. This is going to fit right there with that.
That Passion Polo.
Yes, and that's my favorite kit of all time for Indy 11.
Yeah.
I love that kit. I wear it all the time. But for this one, I give it a 5 for its overall design and aesthetics. One of the things that I'll get to a little bit later that I liked is the cuffs. They put some detail and attention to the cuffs, and that really enhanced the overall design of this kit. And as I mentioned, this is a checkered kit. Indy 11 are checkered kits. Not Bumblebee, checkers. So
I'm excited for Louisville's new Bumblebee kit.
It's coming soon. Curious on how that goes. Very curious. And because of that, it is a 5 for tradition and authenticity for Indy. This is Indianapolis through and through. Raising capital of the world, gave us checkers. We got it. I can't be upset about that. But what I will go into this next part about its visual details and execution it loses some points because there aren't enough details, like what we saw with the Sacramento kit, with a little bit of details thrown in, or like San Francisco City had a little bit of like little small stuff thrown in. There is really none of that kind of with this kit, and that takes away from me, personally speaking. You see it more in the red kit, even more so. But what I did like, as I mentioned, the cuffs. I like the two stripe accent on top of the cuff, right? I like that. That looks good. And then I could only give this a 4 for innovation and impact. As I said, it is just a blue checkered kit. I think this is very innovative and impactful, but it's not on top of what I'm always looking for the most innovative kits. I do very much like this kit, and I will eventually end up buying this kit. It'll be a little bit later, so I bought the red one. But I do like this kit, and it's a 4.2.
Gotta save up.
I gotta save up because these are $95, but you'll get to this will be worth it. I promise you. But it's a 4.25 from me. Fox here, as you see down below, actually liked it better.
And do you know what's the worst part? I like the red kit better. There's honestly not much I could say that's bad about this.
Yeah.
I could tell there might be someone who thinks that should I talk about the comment?
No.
Cheap viewers, all right. No. There might be comments about cheesiness or stuff like that. I don't care. It's indie, and I'm jealous. I just 100% jealous. Like, there's nothing I could say that isn't bad against either one of these kids, and it honestly makes me mad. I was very that's yours. I was very similar in my conversations, except for the fact that design and aesthetics, it is creative. Everything fits well. The Magic Eye Book, Michael Foods. I remember that design from a Magic Eye Book. Yeah,
it works.
I could see someone not liking this. It's kind of illusiony looking.
It does feel that in person too, by the way. It's not just the lighting.
But that's what makes it cool to me. It gives it that innovation, that creativity. So that innovation, I gave it a 4. Visual details and execution, I gave it 4. I could agree with you. There's not much, even if they put an indie flag on it on the back or something, or just Indiana State flag, just a little shout out, something.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really need it either, because the entire kit is shouting indie.
That is also fair. Yeah.
So in my opinion, I don't need it to say I love Indianapolis in Latin. This kit is saying that we love who we are, and you are the Indy 11. The checkers are in your badge. It's who you've defined yourself as, and this is a finisher's flag being waved, and it's really nice. So overall, it's a 4.5 from me.
Yeah, and with Foxes, it's at 4.5. It's a 4.38 from us here. Given that it's $95, it actually does surprisingly well.
It's our top value actually for tonight.
And I think it's one of our highest value in total. I think if I look at all of it, it's only number 2 behind the Salmon Bay kit that we rated 1. So this is a solid kit, and honestly, good bang for your buck, because it is $95. But as we both mentioned, and it's hard to not like it, it is a little crazy on the crazy side. And as I said, I think this is going to be kind of a classic for Indy.
This is something that fun jersey collectors would enjoy.
Yeah,
I could see someone who just likes plain traditional jerseys, being all meh, 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 meh about it. But, and still, though, in my opinion, the other, and actually they ended up getting the same score from me, but the red checker, in my opinion, would be the one that I would pick up if I
Yeah.
had to. If I had to pick up an Indy jersey, it would be that red jersey. And because both of those can be collectors' jerseys.
Yeah.
Like Sacramento's was beautiful, and I actually love that, and I would most likely rock that more than I would the Indy jersey. But
I hope so. Sorry.
yeah, but like that would be a Sacramento fans jersey.
Right.
Both of Indy's jerseys this year, the red and the blue, can easily be collectors' jerseys.
I agree with that. Yeah. And speaking of the red kits here.
Yep, there's a red kit. And with the detailing that you were just talking about that both jerseys have, and you have the sleeve, it has the red, white, and blue, and that baby blue for the blue on the detailing on that sleeve is chef's kiss. I feel like that's
what
the
made me buy this kit.
Yeah.
That's what made me buy this kit because
both
like
kids have it.
Yeah.
Again, like if I was an indie fan, I would have them both. I would tell my wife like, get the divorce papers ready. I guess I don't know.
Speaking of my wife, she was actually with me at the reveal party, and I asked her, I'm like, what one do I pick? She goes, I honestly don't know. They're both good.
Yeah, they're both really good. Like not one's boring and one's this, or like they're both. I will say that both are checker flags. So if you're not checker, well,
then you're not an indie fan.
Yeah, how do you even be an indie fan? But like, and they're both like the waving of a checker flag, but this one is like further back, and like I see the checker flag like waving at the bottom, and then
and it's more abstract, right? It's not full checkers.
Yeah, there's some blank space in this, and this one I actually like a lot more.
And one of the things you notice, it doesn't wrap around.
Yeah, and that was something that you said with your score as well, right?
Yes, I did. It does take away from a little bit of the overall design. I think I wouldn't have minded if it just wrapped around a little bit. I didn't need full on the back, just a little bit, just follow through on the back end. I think it would have improved my score personally. Because otherwise it just seems like it just abruptly ends, whereas the war kit flows.
Yeah.
But I still gave it a 3.25. I liked it better than last year's Battle Red kits, which I also bought. Again, Indy 11 shied away from red for a while, so I wasn't able to buy a red kit. So I now have 2 red kits, and I think 3 blue, and then this pink, obviously. So I have my color quota at this point, where I feel good. I might just need to imbalance that, but I'm just happy we're embracing the red again. You know what I mean?
I was just thinking about it in my head as a Louisville fan. Like, it's been a while since I've just bought an actual home purple kit. Like, a lot of the ones I bought, because I bought, the first 3 years. And, even the ones that have been more creative or a different template with the purple kit, it's still just the purple kit. It's a static purple kit or this purple kit, that purple kit.
I haven't bought the home
kit. But I would buy the black kit.
Yeah.
Because there's usually no point to, because they're usually similar to each other.
Right. What I will say is that I'm curious. Obviously, Louisville probably going to be the one who has all 3 kits that they always do. How a red and blue kit will pair with one of your black or purple kits. So that means they'll probably wear white against Louisville. Or if Indy actually releases a 3rd kit, which I doubt they will. But I'm just saying, because I don't know how a red or a blue is too different from a purple or a black. It might blend, kind of.
Red and purple bounce off each other.
They do?
You could distinctly see Louisville's purple.
Indy's red. The only thing I'm doing here is just trying to push Indy for a 3rd kit. We haven't had one in years. So whatever excuse I can come up with.
They're just going to come out with a white Under Armour T-shirt. Like, here, Brett.
I don't care. Hey, I will take a white with black checkers. I'd be fine with that. That's all I'm saying. But no, I do like this. I'm happy with the red. I like the abstractness of the checkers. It is lower than the blue, but yet I bought the red. It made sense. It is what it is. It's a 3.25 from me. Thoughts, probably same thoughts last time. Probably for the home kit, 4.5. So it's a 3.88. Yeah. This is still a good bang for your buck value at a 40.72. You can't go wrong with either kit. Honestly.
7.9.
Sorry, 7.9. Sorry, I got a little excited here. But no, I'm pretty excited. You know, as an indie fan, there's a lot to be, I don't want to say skeptical about, but that might be the best word, about a lot of things. So seeing the kit game elevate and potential lofty expectations from the club, I don't know if they're actually good or not, but lofty expectations.
And seeing your name on the list for the premiere.
Yeah.
USL premiere, like okay, because like you said, there's been a lot of he say, she say, a lot of rumors about MLS, about USL. You never know. Like
a lot of dark cloud over us.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So seeing them provide something that really embraces the city, it's a win-win for fans. So and they look good. So as we said, it's a good
very clean, very abstract, very creative, very indie.
Yes.
So. I'm mad.
But yeah, so that was what I dubbed the red checkers. Even though it's more like the abstract checkers, I went with red checkers. It is what it is.
It's all abstract checkers. You can't just say that. Both of them are that.
But I do like this, and now I'm very curious to see how Louisville does. Because theirs is supposed to be coming out here at end of month-ish, as you see most teams. So I'm very curious now with their move to Puma. See if they get template-y, less template-y, because it's less template-y than Adidas, but
not by much. It's just a guy wearing the same jersey as every other team.
It's pink.
That one is pink. It is the pink beehive instead of.
And it was actually worn by the team.
Yeah.
Which is very rare for Indy. This was when they actually cared about third kits.
Yeah, not the corn kit or the racing kits. Like how do you make an Indy 500 jersey every year? And they're nice looking. They're usually still kind of playing with like the Indy 500 logo on it. But how do you make an Indy 500 kit and never wear them?
I don't get it because they did in like 2020, 2021. Can't remember. They had one that was a fan favorite, and then they never did it again. Make
Zero logic.
That's all I'm saying. A white with black with the accents of the Indy 500. You got yourself like perfect 3 kit, or as some people have joked, orange traffic cone. It's an Indiana tradition. But
I like traffic cones.
But enough about Indy. This is, after all, Valentine's Day. So, as we alluded to earlier in the show, our good friend here, Michael, kind of urged us to talk about this last kit because it's perfect for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And to talk about it.
He said, how can you do a show on Valentine's Day and not talk about Portland Hearts of Pine Bandit kit?
Yes.
And we said, you're 100% right.
Yeah, and we were like, change it. And it was really last night at like 10, 11 p.m. Eastern time. Can't remember how
it was 10 o'clock because it was 9:30.
Yeah, it was late.
I was in bed, and I was like, add it to the list, but I'm not changing the logo or the graphics.
Right. But this kit deserves to be talked about today. You know, this is a day of love. And part of the history of this bandit kit, for those who are wondering, why Portland Heart of Pines is releasing a kit that has hearts on it. Well, here's what it is. For nearly 5 decades, under the cover of darkness on February 13th, the Valentine Bandit had has hung hundreds of simple hearts on buildings across Portland to spread love and warmth during the depths of Maine's long winters. This recurrent tradition of communal love and kindness, an act distinct in its anonymity and simplicity, inspired the minimalist polka heart pattern of the Hearts Bandit kit. The repeated red hearts set against a white background are a tribute to the small but meaningful gestures that weave together the tight-knit fabric of the Maine community. I'm just saying, Maine is just so community organized and focused. I love it. I wish more clubs did this. Even if I don't overall love all the designs, they are taking their community and putting it into a team. Heart and soul. Heart. This is just good stuff. This
Yeah.
is what we talk
Out
about.
of the badge.
It's literally what we talk about, you know? You're supposed to represent your community. It doesn't matter if it's the best looking kit in the world. I would even argue this is low key kind of plain, and they even call it simplistic in its own words. But it represents the community. I got them points for that. Except I didn't. It's still a 3-5 from me overall, as you see down below. But you know, it was as you know as it is noted on the simple side of things. Um, yeah, it just is. And as Michael says, and as Taylor says inside of our Discord, Michael goes, I agree with Taylor. It looks like an underwear pattern. I'm just saying, make that underwear, their shorts. You got yourselves a good looking team. Funny, maybe, but good looking. Um, so yeah, do you want to get into your ratings, your thoughts? I know I talked a lot about Indy 11, and I don't feel that stuff.
No, you're good. You should have. It's
I feel like my neck's hurting from all the talking I've done.
just carrying the team on your back the whole time. No.
I got that dog in me, man.
Yeah, overall, I enjoy what this kit is.
Yeah.
But it is kind of cheesy. It is simple, and that it's not really visually appealing to me personally.
Yeah.
But also, I wouldn't mind having it. And there's a long sleeve version of it as well.
There is. Which thank you, Portland, for bringing back long sleeves. More teams need to do that, especially if we switch calendars.
But the way our rubrics are designed, it still gets a good rating for its creativity because design and aesthetics, overall visual appeal, creativity, balance of colors, and originality. This is an original style. What they're doing is original. I know it doesn't feel original. It does kind of look like the cheesy cartoon underwear. But it's still original because I haven't seen a jersey do this. The colors and everything fits well. So it's a 4. Authenticity and tradition, 100%. This is a 4. Like, this is clearly Portland. You know, it's using their badge as well. It has stories tied with the city. There's room to be improved for the pure fact that it is just a bunch of hearts. Visual details and execution, that got to 2 for me.
Yeah.
Because we're looking at the details, typography, and stuff like that. It's weak to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do different, honestly. But
It is what it is, right?
It just doesn't look right to me. But innovation, I mean, it's innovative. They did something, so I say a 4 for that as well. There's uniqueness. It does stand out. It's a 4. So overall, that's a 3-5 from me.
I have a hot take here, and people will probably come at me for this, but I think this is better looking than their home kit. And especially from a collector's perspective, I want this more than I want the home kit. Even though I think the home kit is a better designed kit, I am wanting this more than the home kit. Because it's weird. Unique.
Yeah, this is definitely, interesting.
It fit my collection, like Valentine's Day kit, I can just wear. You know what I mean? Like I can just wear this every year, once a year. Oh, what's that? It's about the bandit of Portland, Maine. The Valentine Bandit. It'll fit my body. That's all I'm saying. But hey, anyways, I should get to my store. When I say it's overall design and aesthetic, as we kind of talked about, it's a 3 from me. It's a good, sleek, safe design. There's anything wrong with it, but not anything really eye-catching with the overall design. But because it is authentic to Portland, Maine, it gets points there. And I do like. Michael goes, he would rate it higher if it had MeUndies as the kit sponsor. Hey, with maybe dude wipes on the side. I'm just saying that would be a great pair. A great pair. I don't know. Anyways, thank you, Michael, for that sidetraction. But in its simplicity, it does lose on the visual details. It just has hearts and polka dot shapes. Kind of what I talked about last year with Blue Goose kits that this man bought and is still a good looking kit. I always personally feel like repetitive grids like this is, I won't say lazy. It's just not the most creative for me. And it's, whatever it is, okay? Its innovation, though, is a 4 because it's a polka dot shirt with hearts. You don't see that, and you don't see that here in the U.S. So I love it for that. So it's a 4 there. And still 3.5 from me, 3.5 from Fox. But what I will say does hurt this kit is its bang for your buck. Whereas the home kit, which rated better, had a higher bang for your buck value. This being lower scored and $110. This is probably the top quality that Taylor mentioned in episode 1. Again, please go check that out. It only gets a 31.82. It's the lowest value kit from today because of that $110 price tag. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those that, like, if you really like it, do your thing. But it doesn't hold its value to me.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm buying one of the Portland kits, it's definitely the home kit.
Yeah.
But I will also say, I'm assuming because of the price tag that they still have the same high quality that Kaylor mentioned about, because he bought the home kit. He bought the
acquired.
Acquired. He has the cream jersey, and he talked about it was like the best quality Hummel kit that he's ever had. Because there's different levels. We all know that.
Like I've noticed even just myself from like all the different Hummel kits. Some of them have higher quality.
So they so you are going to get a really good quality jersey with this. You just have to be mentally prepared for it to be
110
expensive.
Yeah. And we'll see when they go on sale. Just like another cult classic from the Northeast, Vermont, they never really went on sale.
I know. You could still buy their like polo from like 3 years ago.
Right.
It's at full price.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wasn't surprised if something happened here with this kit. But like we mentioned, this is a fun kit. I don't know why I didn't scroll over the photos. This is just a really fun looking kit. It's interesting. As we said, there is a long sleeve shirt, and I'm going to show you that here real quick. There is the long sleeve shirt, and honestly, the long sleeve does better justice here than it does on the home kit, in my opinion. They're just hearts all around. I love this. This is just stupid.
Like this picture of the long sleeve one does not do it justice. Like I like the last picture of like the guy, like killing it. Because like when someone's wearing it and moving their arms around, it looks fine. But when you have the thing, just the other picture, it's very kind of long Johnny.
It goes with that pair of undies quite well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this kit. This is, like I said, my favorite of the two. I just wish it rated better. But this is high on my list. I already know it. I'm already telling my wife. I'm already on bug her to get me this for my birthday. So I'm just saying.
Do it.
So yeah, so that was the Portland Hearts of Pine Bandit kit, which is a 3.5, respectable for a white polka heart kit from the Mainers. So
is that really what you call themselves?
No, I just called them Mainers. I just did it. So I honestly have never chatted with someone from Maine. Half the time I forget that state exists. You know, my Midwest bias here.
Yeah.
But before we head out here and wrap up on tonight's show, once again, the best way to contribute to us is join our patrons down below. And as I said, follow us on the socials, Instagram, Blue Sky, and as well, if you really want to get in touch with us, as we mentioned that Michael did, join our USL show Discord. And you can message us.
And you can essentially decide what we talk about.
Because this is a people's channel, as we always like to do.
For the people, by the people.
Yes.
KitSZN.
Governed by the people, I think. So, no, actually, no, it's by us.
Opinions are ours.
Yes. Opinions are ours, but the topics are yours. So, best way to support us is, as said down below, because we are just some two dudes who are doing what we can for the love of kids. So, we'll take anything that we can. But before we head out here tonight, we always have one final part here at tonight's show, and that is the kit shout-outs that we are rocking tonight. Fox, you have the fun one tonight, so I'll let you go first.
Yeah, mine's a cool one. Mine's actually two teams. So this was a special edition jersey that came out during 2020, during the pandemic, when like the Premier League essentially shut down and everything. And Leicester was doing a lot of ads because they're owned by Thailand, the entire country. And they had, I still remember the cheesy Jamie Vardy video where he's like on the field at King Power Stadium and it's just empty. And then the owner pops up on the Jumbotron and it's just like, it's like, we miss you too. And it's like, but Thailand smiles with you. And if you know Leicester, like, this chant is like, when you smile, you know, the whole world smiles. So I like to sing that to my boys. It makes me happy. So that's why that has the whole Thailand smiles with you. To say like we're all together. But it also has the badge of the, what did I say? Buriram? That sounds right.
The Thai team.
And which is number one in Thai Premier League right now, sitting a good 7 points above Bangkok. So
they're banging it in ahead of
Sorry,
that's
my it's interesting though, because like it's a polo look, and the button, there is a button here, but it's like under this.
Interesting.
So that there's like a button cover fabric, so you don't get like the big image of the buttons.
I like that.
I know, and I can, you get the full.
You can really spiffy it up.
Really fancy. Go all the way up. Of course, I'm wearing my Leicester at a time outfitters to go with it, and Richmond because Ted Lasso.
Which, by the way, we still gotta get rid of ours and do that giveaway, dude. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, that'll happen.
It'll happen eventually. So just keep following us.
We did just talk about Sacramento, and I have a Sacramento bracelet right here.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We might need to do something
Pittsburgh. No, Harrisburg.
We might need to do something in the Discord. Start getting these away to people. But we'll figure something out. But I'm not rocking anything so cool as this man does with the little Union chip. I'm just literally wearing a pink Bumblebee kit that Indy 11 rocks in my 2021. It's one of the favorites at Indy because it's a pink kit. Indy does not have pink anywhere in their kits, and they wore it like one game, and I still see it to this day, besides myself rocking it, by capos and fans alike. So, just a pink kit. I like it. It's one of my favorites, and it is Valentine's Day, and that means you gotta wear pink. With my Ford Madison Time Outfitters, as I mentioned, I wear these every single day.
I should have worn my Angel City one.
I also have an Angel City kit. I had all the pink ready. I also have Madison kits. I have all the pink.
Yeah, we were talking before the show started, and I was like, well, I have the like pink and purple PSG jersey from a few years ago, and I was like, I was going to wear that to work today, but it's it was just a PD day. Usually we don't really care what we wear too much, don't look sloppy, but I usually wear a nice soccer jersey because it's who I am as a human. But I was like, but I'm presenting. I should probably look a little bit more professional than normal.
See, you were presenting, and I was doing my work from home on my bed. So I'll just wear a t-shirt. I'm just saying. But
lazy.
Hey, it's the job done, my man. It's the job done. That's all I care about.
Gets paid more than I do.
Speaking of getting the job done, that is tonight's show. It was honestly been a great episode tonight, and as always, enjoying our lovely time with you, beautiful peoples. We do have some fun stuff lined up for next week's episode.
Special guest,
which we'll get to. And we got other stuff coming up, and this is big time kit release season because the season starts in like a month.
At the start, yeah.
So things are about to get crazy. So follow us on Blue Sky, Instagram, and the Discord because things are about to get crazy when it comes to kit releases. As obviously MLS released theirs, we have our thoughts on those in the Discord. But things are starting to happen. So you want to stay tuned with us, follow us on our show, like, subscribe, and follow us on Spotify to stay in touch. Anything else from you, Fop, before we wrap up today's episode?
I love you. Happy Valentine's Day, friends.
Yes. From us here at KitSZN, happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy your weekend, and we will be back next week. We will not cancel like we did this time. So, good night. We love you guys. We love you guys, and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you for watching another episode of the USL Show.
The USL Show is now proudly part of the Protagonist Podcast family. Please go to protagonistsoccer.com to check out more work. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see everyone again next time.